Despite all their success domestically for PSG, the Holy Grail remains to be the Champions League, and they haven't really got close, have they, over the last few seasons, the quarter-finals. As far as they've come, of course, the Champions League returns next week. PSG taking on Manchester United as we welcome Frank Leboeuf to the show. Frank, before we look ahead to that game in particular, it's been a strange old few weeks, hasn't it, for PSG? You think what they've lost 2 of their last 6 games. Yesterday, they were forced into extra time against a team that play in the 3rd division in France, semi-professionals. What's the mood like in Paris at the moment?
Let's say that people have lots of question marks, whether how the team's going to cope without Neymar and Verratti maybe, and also what's going on approaching the last 16th of the Champions League last year when Neymar got injured and they lost their spirit. So Manchester United on top are getting better and better. So is it going to be like the last year, the year before, when Paris Saint-Germain is not the Paris Saint-Germain that we usually see? And we are wondering if they're going to be ready and if they're going to start the game, especially at Old Trafford, like warriors, like they did against Naples or like they did it against Belgrade.
Big picture, Frank, if they don't make it through against Manchester United, how significant is this for PSG, given how much they covet the Champions League?
It's going to be a disaster, let's say, because every year we really hope that it's going to get better, that suddenly they can at least reach the semi-final. But last year they didn't go to the last stage, to the quarterfinal. So it's everybody gets very tense, let's say, and it's like there is a beginning of a curse every time we reach February, where Neymar get injured, that other players get injured, that the results are not that we are expecting. And so what's going to happen to Paris Saint-Germain? And like a month ago, we would say, no, there will be no game, no tie against Manchester United. They're not good. Yeah. But now they win, they have the right spirit. Pogba is becoming who he used to be. So we have, again, lots of question marks and wondering if they will be able to do it. Even if we think that overall, Paris Saint-Germain is better than Manchester United.
That's it, isn't it, Frank? I think you would agree, and the bookies certainly agree, in the fact that PSG, despite the fact there's no Neymar, despite the fact there's a massive question mark over Verratti, are still a very good side, and a side who, let's face it, have got enough quality, surely, to beat Manchester United.
Definitely. I mean, if you compare the players that you have in Man United, with all due respect, and even if they are mostly all internationals, and you compare with the Paris Saint-Germain squad, definitely everybody will agree that they have a better team. But the spirit, and we know the English spirit, even if you have lots of foreigners, can make the difference. And against Old Trafford and the history of the club that they're going to face, they can be in trouble. But definitely, even if Neymar doesn't play, maybe Draxler will play, maybe Paredes will play, they have the quality to beat Manchester United even away from home.
Finally, Frank, I've got to ask you about Neymar. You mentioned it, of course, he's out with that metatarsal injury, and that big birthday party this week where he made that emotional speech. What do you make about everything around Neymar at the moment?
Well, first, we're sad for him because it didn't go well, with his foot, and the problem came back like 15 days ago, and we're quite upset because we think that in France, he could have gotten the surgery and maybe it would have been better. He disappeared for like 2-3 months, and the result is a year after he still has the problem. So I think the club asked for that time that he could stay to Europe, so he went to Barcelona, but he's going to stay, I think, in Paris, maybe go back to Brazil for his sister's birthday, but otherwise he's going to stay to get the treatment here in France. But we have lots of things going around Neymar, wondering if he's strong enough mentally to cope with the situation. Meaning, I come to Paris, I'm one of the biggest stars like Messi is in Barcelona, or Ronaldo now in Turin. Is he the real leader that Paris Saint-Germain is still expecting? Otherwise, the party, or he has the right to do whatever he wants, but you don't have to put the video on the social networks. I think, especially when you're injured, keep it secret, make it low profile. That would be better, I think.
Where do you stand going forward, Frank, personally? Do you think he can be the leader? Does he have what it takes to be the leader of a side of PSG and the ambitions that they have?
I would say yes, because he changes his spirit, I would say 3 months ago, just before Naples, where we didn't see him the first game against Liverpool away from home. But since that game, he received so many criticism again, saying that he was fainting too much, going on the floor, on the pitch too much, falling easily. And he changed. He became a little bit tougher. He started to even defend, but also score goals. His connection with Kylian Mbappé became much better. And I think that just before his injury, he had the right attitude. And we were all saying, wow, Neymar is becoming Neymar, the real leader. Pushing everybody up and trying to give his best to his team. But the injury came back, and now what's going to happen with him, we don't know.